Hey, Amanda, what's going on? I heard you and my brother are moving in with our parents. Why are you all suddenly deciding to live together?
Well, your parents asked us to move in with them, that's why.
Did they really? This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yes, well, they approached us about it last month. We've been discussing the details since then.
Huh? Mom and Dad specifically asked you?
Yes, they did. We were surprised too at first.
That doesn't sound like them at all. What exactly did they say?
You've heard that they've been having problems with their joints lately, right? They're worried about living alone and asked if we could move in.
That's ridiculous. They wouldn't say that. When I visit home, they seem perfectly fine.
When was your last visit? They've been struggling more recently.
I was just there 3 weeks ago. They looked fine to me.
Maybe they're just putting on a brave face for their daughter because they don't want to worry you. When we visit, they're clearly in pain. They've been telling us that their joint pain has been getting worse lately.
What did you say?
I'm just telling you what I've observed. Your parents might not want to worry you.
No, I mean, what exactly did they tell you about wanting help?
They said they're worried about managing on their own. They've been really pushing for us to move in.
And you just agreed, just like that?
We thought about it carefully before deciding.
So you're just going to move in with them. Stop acting so noble. You're obviously just after their inheritance.
Excuse me?
You heard me. This whole thing is suspicious.
I don't understand why you're jumping to that conclusion.
No normal daughter-in-law would agree to live with her in-laws. Most people would turn them down. The fact that you accepted so easily is suspicious.
Of course, I had reservations at first, but I couldn't just abandon them when they seemed to be in so much pain. So Tom and I made up our minds to move in with them.
Oh, you're so selfless, aren't you? Such a perfect daughter-in-law.
That's not what I'm trying to say.
Are you trying to show off how caring you are toward my parents? You're talking about doing the right thing, but I know you have ulterior motives.
That's not true.
Then why didn't you discuss this with me first? I'm their daughter.
I assumed they had already told you.
I absolutely don't trust you. I bet that you're just planning to get your hands on our inheritance while you're living with them. I'll have to visit more often than before to keep an eye on you and make sure you're not up to anything sneaky.
If you're that concerned, why don't you move in with them instead? Don't you have any plans to move back from New York?
What? Are you trying to get me on your good side to get rid of me?
Not at all. I'm just asking since you seem so worried.
None at all, though it's not that I don't want to move back.
Oh, really?
Why do you sound so skeptical?
I'm just trying to understand the situation.
Of course, I'd love to move back home and live with them if I could, but I'm just so good at my job that my company absolutely refuses to let me quit.
I see. Well, I guess we'll have to move in then.
Don't act like you're doing everyone a favor.
That's not my intention at all.
Well, at least I can visit on weekends. That way I can protect Mom and Dad's inheritance from you.
Sarah, I really think you're misunderstanding our intentions.
I understand perfectly. Just remember, I'll be watching you.
Sorry, Tom, this whole moving in with your parents situation just got more complicated.
What happened? Is something wrong?
Your sister Sarah just called. She's suspicious about us moving in. She thinks we're after your parents' inheritance. She says she's going to start visiting every weekend.
What?
She got really upset when I told her about the move.
What exactly did she say?
She accused me of having ulterior motives. Said that no normal daughter-in-law would agree to this. Of course, I denied it, but she wouldn't listen to anything I said. She kept going on about protecting their inheritance.
I can't believe her. I'm so sorry you're getting dragged into this, Amanda.
Maybe she feels like she's losing her parents to me. Sarah really loves them. She even makes regular trips from New York to visit, doesn't she?
You don't have to make excuses for her behavior. She's absolutely wrong.
I'm just trying to understand where she's coming from.
It's not that innocent. She's probably just worried about her allowance getting cut. She's the one who relies on their money the most.
What? She gets an allowance when she visits?
You didn't know about that?
No, they never mentioned it.
Our parents have always spoiled Sarah rotten. She was their long-awaited baby girl, so they just can't help themselves. They give her several $1,000s every time she visits.
What? That much? I was expecting you to say it was just a few hundred.
It used to be less, actually.
How did it get so high?
It started off a couple $100 bills, but between our parents' dotting and Sarah's manipulation, it somehow grew to that amount. On the other hand, when we visit, we don't get anything.
If anything, they often ask us to send them money. I was wondering why they needed so much, but now it makes sense.
It's been going on for years.
Why didn't you tell me about this before?
I was embarrassed about the whole situation. I hoped that I could get them to stop before you found out. I'm sorry. I keep telling them to stop giving her allowances if they need to ask us for money. But they won't listen to that either. I'm really sorry they have to deal with this family situation and have to move in with them with me.
I told you to stop apologizing about the move-in. They're my husband's parents and I want to help support them.
Amanda.
Sarah doesn't plan to move back from New York, so I figured we'd end up taking care of them eventually. I've been mentally prepared for this since we got married.
I really can't thank you enough.
Let's try to look at the bright side of moving in. With us there, they might find it harder to keep giving Sarah money. Maybe they'll finally start saving for their retirement.
You think that will work?
It's worth trying, isn't it?
You're right. I've been worried about their finances of all that money they've been giving away. Having us there to help manage their assets would be good for everyone.
Exactly. We need to make sure we don't end up having to cover all their care costs in the future. We have our own life to think about too.
I'll try not to burden you any more than necessary. I'm going to do my best with this living arrangement.
We're in this together, Tom.
Thank you for being so understanding.
Just promise me we'll face whatever comes next as a team.
I promise, no matter what Sarah says or does.
I hope that alcohol disinfection worked properly. If beer wasn't enough, I can always throw whiskey on you next.
What are you trying to do? You suddenly show up, throw beer on me, and then try to kick me out of the house?
This is my parents' house, not yours.
That doesn't give you the right to assault me.
Disinfection, you mean? I can't let parasites like you spread any further. Oh, and by the way, I'm moving back home starting today.
What?
You heard me. I already brought my bags.
You can't just show up and announce that.
This is my family home. I have more right to be here than you. I just can't stand you anymore. How dare you treat my parents like they're children? You're just a daughter-in-law. You don't have any right. From now on, I won't let you do whatever you want anymore.
When have I ever done anything like that?
Do you want a list? Because I have one.
Please, enlighten me.
You've been doing it every single day since you moved in. I heard you immediately took away their pension and put them on an allowance. And you're even making them do housework. Isn't the daughter-in-law supposed to handle all of the chores? Who do you think you are?
Who told you all this?
Mom called me crying about it.
There are reasons for everything. The allowance system is to help your parents regain their financial sense. They were spending like they were still working full-time. They weren't just using up their pension, they were dipping into their savings too. They need to stop spending so recklessly and save up.
That's none of your business.
It became my business when we moved in.
So what? They worked hard until retirement. They should get to do what they want.
And who's going to take care of them when their retirement money runs out? They'll need care as they get older. Hospital stays cost money, and just because we're living with them doesn't mean we have unlimited funds to help. Don't take us for granted. I'm doing what I can to keep them as independent as possible for as long as possible.
You should be prepared for that. If you're going to live with them, you should help them with your money.
That's not how this works.
You're just making excuses.
And about the housework, it's for exercise. They're always lounging on the couch saying their joints hurt. I understand that they need rest, but that doesn't mean that they should spend the entire day lying around. They've become really out of shape. The doctor told us they should at least do their own basic tasks.
Stop making excuses. You just want to make my parents your servants. Stop lying about what the doctor said. I have the doctor's notes if you want to see them. Like I'd trust anything you show me. It's not a lie. And it's the same with their pension. The real reason you put them on an allowance is so you could steal their money. That's why you quit your job too, isn't it? What? Don't play dumb with me. When I heard you quit your job right when you moved in, I had a bad feeling. When I rushed over to check, I saw you carrying around a designer bag. You must have bought it with their pension money. I bought that as a treat for myself with my severance pay. The commute from your parents' house to my old job was too long, remember? I explained that I'm planning to find a job closer to here. Such convenient timing. I've already started applying to places nearby. I don't believe those lies. You probably don't even have a new job lined up. You're planning to mooch off my parents for the rest of your life. You're being even more unreasonable than usual. They say conversations can't work between people with an IQ difference of 20 points. Maybe because you're too stupid, you parasite. Excuse me? You heard me. Know your place. Only their real daughter gets to rely on my parents. A mere daughter-in-law like you has no right to take advantage of them. From now on, I'll protect my parents. That's why I quit my New York job and came back. So you're saying you're moving in too? That's right, but I'm quite germophobic, so I can't stand dirty things. Better to disinfect parasites early. If you have a problem with that, you can leave. Thanks, I will leave. Good, finally. Crawl back into the dirt where you belong. Then the trash should go back in the trash can. We're leaving this house so you garbage can live happily together. What? Did you just call us garbage? Oh, I'm sorry, that slipped out. I've been trying so hard not to say it. Even if you are garbage, you're still his family. You called me garbage again? If the shoe fits.
I'm sending you a hotel URL. I've already booked a room. Let's stay there for a while. Check in right away and take a shower. You must be upset after having beer thrown on you. I'm so sorry about my sister.
Thank you, Tom. I got the link.
Are you okay? Did she hurt you?
Just my pride and my clothes are ruined.
I can't believe she would do something like this.
You don't need to apologize, Tom. Thank you for booking the hotel so quickly.
It's the least I could do. I should have seen this coming.
None of us could have predicted this.
I'll head over once I pack our stuff from the house. When we meet at the hotel, we can start looking for a new place together. Even I've reached my limit. I told them we're cutting ties.
What? You cut ties with them? But you were so devoted to your family.
They crossed the line today.
Are you sure about this?
I've never been more sure of anything. And frankly, I wasn't really devoted to family. I was just trying to be a good son because my parents only had eyes for my sister. I wanted their attention, wanted them to like me. But now I understand. I don't need approval from parents and family like this. I've had enough of trying to suck up to them, only to have them ignore me when my sister's around.
Tom.
It's taken me too long to realize this. I'm sorry. I should have done this sooner for you, for our sake.
You don't have to do this just for me.
You've always been there for me and tried to understand how I felt. You even agreed to move in with them for my sake. And then they treat you like this. It's unacceptable.
Thank you for standing up for me.
Don't thank me. I really should have done this sooner.
What did your parents say when you told them?
They're still defending Sarah as always. I've done enough as a son and as the eldest. We even paid back quite a bit of their loan over these past few months. That can be their parting gift.
Are you really okay with this?
More than okay. I feel free.
You're right. I'll wait for you at the hotel then. Good luck with the packing.
I won't be long, taking only what's essential.
Be careful. Sarah might still be there.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself to the hotel safely.
Text me when you're on your way.
Will do. See you soon.
Please, Amanda, come back. I can't handle these loan payments alone. Oh, now you want to talk? Please, this is serious. Don't be so weak. You've been mooching off your parents all this time, right? Think of it as paying them back. Paying them back, but it's $60,000. Not my problem anymore. How can you be so cold about this? Well, you're the reason for that loan, aren't you? You kept begging them for allowances, taking thousands each time, and they ended up taking loans just to keep giving you money. That's true, but I have my own loans. I can't pay back other people's loans too. What? You have loans too? Yes, that's why I came back home. Interesting how the truth comes out now. I didn't want anyone to know. But earlier you said something different. You said you quit your New York job and came back because you were so worried about your parents living with us. I know what I said. So which is it? That's part of the reason, but there's more. New York rent is really expensive, and trying to keep up with everyone else's lifestyle. Before I knew it, I was $40,000 in debt. $40,000? Really? I couldn't keep up with the payments. After all that talk about your amazing job, the debt collectors started calling my workplace. In the end, my managers told me I had to quit. Wait, but weren't you saying that your company wouldn't let you quit because you were such a valuable employee? And that you were so good at your job? Actually, that was a lie. What? I couldn't admit the truth. Go on. I lied. I was exaggerating. I was just a temp worker. A minimum wage temp with no qualifications. So that's the truth. That's why I came back home. I thought Mom and Dad would help me. I thought they'd just give me money like they always do. Looks like you're the real parasite. Maybe you should pour some beer on your own head. I will. I'll pour anything on my head. Just please come back. Let's all work together to pay off the loans. Help me with my loans, too. After how you treated me? I know I was horrible. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. I don't want anything to do with people we've cut ties with. What? You heard me. Tom wouldn't really cut ties with us, would he? What's with that reaction? Obviously, we're not going to help. But we're family. How can you not help? Who was it that called their family parasites and threw beer on them? Oh, right. By the way, there's one more important thing I should tell you. I haven't even told Tom this yet. Your parents apparently have another loan they've been hiding. What did you say? Oh, you didn't know about that one either? Another loan? How? After they revealed their debt right after we moved in, I couldn't trust them anymore. I suspected there might be more, so I investigated during our stay. And surprise, surprise, I was right. They even used the house as collateral for this one. You mean they'll lose the house if they can't pay? That's right. And apparently they just spent all that money too. I'm honestly speechless. There has to be some mistake. How much is the loan? From what I found out, about $50,000. What? My loan is $40,000. Mom and Dad's loans are $60,000 and $50,000. That's way over $100,000. $150,000 to be exact. I was actually struggling with how to tell Tom about the hidden loan, so thank you for coming back. Now I won't have to worry about stressing Tom out with his parents' issues anymore. This is ridiculous. You're just dumping all the repayments onto us? Excuse me? These are loans that you all took out. Paying back your own loans is just basic responsibility. If you've done all that, then there wouldn't be any problems. Well, that's... nothing to say now? Please, there must be something we can do. Well then, I'm off. I'll take responsibility for making Tom happy. Good luck with your parents. After Sarah and her parents found out about each other's loans, they started trying to push the responsibility for repayment onto each other while ignoring their own debt. Both Sarah and her parents kept trying to contact Tom, crying and begging, "Let's make up, come back home." But Tom had reached his limit. He left all their messages on read without responding. We both applied for transfers to different states and quietly moved away. Of course, we didn't tell them anything, so we'll probably never see their faces again.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Zoe, I'm so sorry about what happened 7 years ago. Ever since then, I really regretted what I've done to you.
What?
I'm sure that after all this time, you still haven't forgiven me, right? You had your husband stolen from you by your little sister after all. You should still despise me for what I did back then, right?
Well, of course I do. No matter how much time goes by, I'm never going to be forgiving you for any of that. Now, what is going on with you coming out of nowhere to apologize to me? You were the one that stole Tom from me, and then the both of you treated me like a complete idiot because I couldn't get pregnant. And in the end, neither of you even ended up giving me any money for what happened, instead running off to never speak to me again.
And I'm very sorry about what happened then, but Well, I'd like for the both of us to start working on becoming good sisters again.
Huh? You want us to become close again?
I understand that what I'm saying right now probably doesn't sound all too enticing to you, but I really want to see you again. I want for us to become close again by going out to eat together and things like that.
What is going on with you right now? This is all so sudden. For some reason, you're wanting to be my friend again, and I want to know why.
Well, it's been 7 years since all that happened between us, and since then, I've learned a lot of things. Back then, I didn't mind the fact that I had just lost a member of my family. But recently, after watching loads of family dramas and stuff, I've started to realize that I need a sister like you by my side again. Everything has started to make me really realize that what I'd done back then was horrible. It's been pretty tough for me, because everyone pretty much left me after what I've done, and I've had nobody to count on at all. I've really been regretting all the stupid things I've done in my life to you.
Alexis.
I'm sure it's way too late for me now, but I hope that you and I can meet again. I'd like to apologize to you in person, and if it makes you feel any better, I can even pay you back for what had happened then. So I'm really wondering if you'll let me have one chance to come and see you.
I never once thought that the next time I'd hear from you, you'd be wanting to apologize for what you did to me. But I'm sorry. It's going to take me a bit to think about all this through. Can you give me a little bit to think over wanting to see you again or not?
That's totally fine. I'm happy to hear that you're even willing to think about it. I'll be waiting for your answer now. I'll be waiting for the day you want to have me around you again.
Hey, Mom? Did you get any messages from a really weird person just a bit ago?
Huh? Weird person.
Mom, I just got back home from school, and, well, there was this really weird person standing outside of the house. They were just standing there in front of the house looking at their phone the whole time, well, smiling with a huge grin. It was scary, so instead of going towards the house, I ran away. And right now, I'm at the park close to the house.
What?
Also, that weird person was looking through the mailbox. That's why I made sure to take a picture of them before running away. They looked like they were doing some bad thing, so let's take this picture to the police. Okay, Mom?
Wait a second, Ellie. Was that weird person a girl by any chance?
Yeah. They looked like a girl to me.
Alexis was
They
able to make it to my
looked
house
just a
and
bit
collect
like
her
you,
husband like I
actually.
asked, but he made
I was
sure
about to
that
say
I'd at
hi
least
thinking
got
you were
child
her,
support
but
I needed
I
for
was
the past
wrong.
7 years. I see. So on his way
Trying to
out,
think
he
that
left a
that's
bit of
someone
money
might
in
be
my
someone I
mailbox for
happen
me
to
to get
know.
later on.
I think that money will be
I'll
good.
head home right now to make sure.
I think
so
that
while
money
I'm
will
doing
be
that,
a
you can
good
wait at
use
the
to
park.
Ellie, so I'll make sure to put
What?
it in the savings
You know
account
that?
to be used by her when she
Anything
goes to
that
college.
might actually be my little sister.
After getting Tom
so
back
later on,
in
I'd like you to
possession,
show me the
Alexis
picture you
started
took
to
of
look
them.
even further into what he was up
What?
to and found out that he had
No
gotten life
way.
insurance for her.
Back in the day, I had a huge
This
fight
is when
with
she
my little
realized
sister,
that he was
and
planning
she
on
started
taking
texting
out
me
all
again,
the money
asking me to
from
make
it
up.
after she hopefully died from her illness.
Are you
which
going to
caused
make
her
up with her
flip out,
and then
thinking
become
he
friends?
used all that insurance money to come back
All
to me.
about that. I think I
This
might
led her
come
to say
around
that she'd
forgiving
never
her
let
for what
herself
she
die
did.
to her sickness and made sure that she
You
was on the
shouldn't do
waiting
that,
list
Ma.
for the donor.
I don't think you should become friends again with someone like
I
that.
guess she really can wait a
What?
little while for a donor to come along, and all
You're
she
really
really
scaring
needed to do
looking,
was
Mom.
that.
I thought something
And all
might
she really
be up
needed to
with
do
them,
that was
so
the
I
incentive that her
went in
husband
for a
would be getting
closer
a lot
look
of money if she
before
passed
running.
away.
But right as I got a good look at them,
And all she
they were
really
looking
needed
at their
was that
phone with
incentive
this
that her
huge,
husband would
scary
be getting a
smile
lot
on
of
their
money
face.
if she passed away.
And as I started
Thank
to
you
run
for
away,
watching
they
and
began
listening. We hope
laughing
you enjoyed
all
the video.
by
Don't
themselves.
forget to like and
You
video.
should become friends with someone
Don't
like
forget
that
to like
again.
this video and
I think they're
subscribe.
crazy.
Also, feel free to leave a
Was she
comment
really
about what you
that
thought of the
scary to
story.
you?
We look forward to seeing you in the next
Do
story.
you remember how I told you about the fight I had at school with another friend of mine? And how I wanted to be friends with them again, but didn't want to say sorry? Well, you cheered me on and said I should say sorry to make things better, and so I did that today.
That's amazing, Ellie. So you and your friend are good friends again, right?
Yes, we are. But I was very scared about whether she'd forgiven me or not, and it took a lot of strength to tell her I was sorry. I really wanted to stay friends with her, and my heart was racing wondering what her answer might be. I wasn't able to laugh about anything, or even smile when I was thinking about being forgiven. Well, that person I saw in front of the house didn't seem to feel the same way I did when I was apologizing to my friend.
I see. So she wasn't as worried as you were about getting an answer today. Thank you for telling me that, Ellie. That weird person might not be as serious about their apology as you were with your friend. I'll have to think about this more now. Well, I'm going to start coming to the park to see you now. You and I can head home together then.
Were you able to put some thought into letting me see you again? Even Tom is wanting to come out and apologize to you now. So that's why I'm thinking the three of us can go out to eat somewhere together. I happen to know a really nice place in town.
Sorry, Alexis. I think after all the thinking I've had, I'm still not going to be able to forgive you. So I'm not going out to eat with you guys, and we won't be meeting at all.
What? Why are you saying something like that? You heard from me just a couple weeks ago how serious I was about making up with you, and you told me you think about it.
I did think about it. In the end, I've chosen that I cannot forgive you yet.
Why not? I told you I'd be willing to pay off that settlement you wanted from me, right? You're being a total jerk by saying you won't come out to meet and forgive me. Both myself and Tom wanted to go out and apologize to you from our hearts.
Well, then let me ask you this. Since you want to apologize to me so badly, how much are you willing to give me in order to pay off the settlement? $100, $200, or are you thinking of only handing me a $10 bill?
What?
I was thinking about you a lot after you first got back in touch with me again, and so I spoke with one of your friends, and guess what they told me? They said that right now you're struggling a lot with money, and as of right now you seem to be borrowing money from a lot of different people. So with all that financial trouble you're in at the moment, how much were you going to be able to actually pay me?
Wait a second. You were messed up for going around and asking about me like that. And why does it matter to you how much I'm going to give you? You should be most worried about the amount of emotion I put into my apology to you. Right?
If you really seem to care about your apology that much, then what you said to me over text should have been enough for me. Thank you for 7 years worth of apologies, Alexis. I'm not going to forgive you any, but I will be accepting your apology. Now have a good one.
Wait! Zoe! Do not leave me like that so quickly. I want to see you in person to apologize to you. So please, just allow for Tom and I to come out and see you.
Why do you want to come out and see me so badly only to apologize? Do you plan to get something else from me by seeing me in person?
Well,
if you're really not going to be able to tell me what you really want, then you must not really be needing to see me. I sure don't want to see you any, so goodbye.
I'll tell you. So wait, this is not over yet. I really just wanted to meet with you in order to get one of your kidneys. And that's why meeting you in person would be the easiest way to get you to sign the documents. Please. I've told you what I really want from you now, so please come see us.
Wait a minute. You want me to donate a kidney to you. One of my kidneys.
I'm sure that hearing all of this is suddenly very shocking to you. That's why I wanted to see you in person so we could talk about it.
Whether it was over text or in person, I'd be having the same reaction. What is going on, Alexis? Have you ended up becoming sick or something requiring you to get a new kidney?
That's right. Just as you said, I'm sick and in need of a kidney transplant. Last year, I had been going to the hospital a lot more for some treatments, and I mean a lot. But after getting another exam done this year, it appears things have only gotten worse. The doctor told me it's time to start thinking about finding myself a donor, and so that's why I'm asking you now.
You're kidding me, right? I never thought my own little sister would become so sick.
I'm the same way right now, and can't believe that this is happening to me. But it really is fact that I'm terribly sick right now, and will need to have something major done in order to recover. So please, can you be my donor, Zoe? I'm sure you'll be fine with doing that, right? The doctor has already told me that since you're my sister, you'll be the perfect match for me. And since we all have 2 kidneys, you losing one wouldn't be a problem for you.
I'm sorry, Alexis. I don't like having to say this, but I'm not going to become your donor.
Why not? I'm really sick right now, and I came forward to tell you the truth about it just then. What the hell's wrong with you saying no like that?
I'm sure you're aware that even though you came forward and told me you're sick, that doesn't automatically mean I'm going to become your donor, right? I'm sure that you can find yourself someone else willing to help.
But that's going to take even more time, and by the time I do find someone, I might be in critical condition. Normally, people have to be on a waiting list for a donor, and that could take months. I can't be asked to wait that long, so I'd like for my family to become my donor. It'll make things a lot faster for me, and I won't become as sick from waiting.
Is that right?
Both Mom and Dad are gone now, so the only person in my immediate family that I can ask is you. I'm sure it won't be that big of a deal for you to lose one of your kidneys and give it to me, right? You don't have a husband or any kids, so there's nobody else relying on you right now. You have nobody else to help around you, so help me, please. Just give me one of your kidneys and be happy about it.
Excuse me?
I have come a long way to apologize to you like that, so why don't you just shut up and give me your kidney? You have no right denying me one, when you are barely useful to this world as things are, not being able to have any kids or find a man. If you want to have at least a slight amount of meaning in your life, then give me one of those kidneys and let's be done with this. You have no other uses in this world, you infertile freak, so help me out.
Yo, you have no right to be saying things like that about me, Alexis. Do you have any idea how much you're saying to me right now isn't helping your case? You told me that you've grown since you'd done that to me 7 years ago, right? But from what I'm seeing you say to me right now, I don't think that's the truth.
What's wrong? You have no idea how I'm feeling right now about you, so you have no room to talk. Being as sick I am right now has led me to so stress out and worried if I'm going to live until tomorrow or not. And while going through all this stress, I had to force myself to talk to you. I had to make it seem like I was sorry and apologize to you. That's how stressed and worried I am about myself right now. I was willing to actually talk to you because that's how badly I need your kidney.
So all those apologies were a lie then. I knew it. You never learned from anything you did back then whatsoever. All that talk about how sorry you felt about stealing my husband was in order to get one of my organs.
But look! If you actually do go through with giving me one of your kidneys, then I might really say that I'm sorry for what I've done in the past.
What was that?
You should honestly be happy that I'm going to give you a use by using you as a donor. And then after that, you and I can become sisters again, right? So come on now and be my donor. As it's not like you're going to have a family of your own in the future. That's all for the sake of your important little sister. So you'll help me out now, right?
Who is this old hag?
What?
Look, right now my mom is looking really sad and confused. My mom told me that you're supposed to be her little sister, but I don't think that's true. I never thought that family would ever make someone else so sad like you have. So, you're not my mom's sister at all, are you? Who are you?
Huh? What is this? What's going on here? I want to know who the hell you are.
I'm Ellie. I'm my mom's daughter. I'm 7 years old. Nice to meet you.
What?
Now, it's your turn, you hag. I introduced myself, so now it's your turn.
I'm Alexis. I happen to be your mom's little sister.
How old are you?
I'm in my 30s now.
Then you are an adult. If that's true, then you apologize to my mom right now.
What? Why should I apologize to her?
Because you hurt her. You should be sorry about that. You're an adult, so you should understand that, right?
Huh?
Hurry up and apologize to her. My mom looks so sad right now, so I'm asking you to apologize to her right now, you old hag. You're supposed to be family, right?
Hold on a second. I want to make sure you're really her daughter first. Did she really give birth to you?
Of course she did. I do not tell lies.
Wait. This is all way too strange. My older sister can't have kids, so how did she end up having someone like you?
Hey, how much longer is it going to take for you to apologize to my mom? If you aren't going to apologize for hurting her, then you don't deserve to talk with her at all.
What?
I thought you were old enough to be an adult by now, but I think I'm going to have to teach you. When you should be feeling bad for what you've done, you should be apologizing from your heart to the person you've hurt. My mom has told me that plenty of times, so I'd like you to remember that as well. If you're not going to give an honest apology, nobody is going to want to forgive you.
Hey, Zoe. What the heck was all that about yesterday? That was all a lie, right? You haven't actually given birth to any kids, right?
It wasn't a lie. She happens to be the child of both myself and Tom before you stole him from me. Right after the divorce, I learned that I was in fact pregnant with her.
What? That's Tom's and your girl?
I was going to tell him about her back then, but I reconsidered doing that and thought it would be better to stay silent. I didn't really know where you guys ran off to anyway, so I chose to have my daughter by myself.
You're lying, right?
Tom has no clue about any of this. That's because I never came around to telling him anything. But because I never decided to have him get involved, I've been left with someone that I have to care for and raise. In order to raise her as an only parent, I've had to strengthen up quite a bit and work a lot of hours. And whenever I do get days off, I use all that time tending to her instead of myself. So because I'm such a busy woman, I can't take any time off to give you one of my kidneys.
No way.
From what I've seen online, it shouldn't take you that long to be matched with someone willing to donate their kidney. And honestly, have you checked with Tom at all to see if he's a match?
I know that he's a match for me, but he told me he's not willing to give me one of his kidneys, so that's why I'm not asking him anymore. He's told me that the surgery will hurt and that he doesn't want to go through that kind of pain. No matter what I've brought up to him, he keeps saying no, so I've stopped trying. That's why I've turned to embarrassing myself by acting like that. I was sorry.
I see. So that's how all of this came about. Actually, back when him and I were together and trying to make a baby, he'd say the same kinds of things to me. I wanted for the both of us to go get treatments and help so that we could have a baby, but he'd always tell me no because he's afraid of the doctor. And that he was also embarrassed by that fact that we needed help with infertility. I came to think that if he wasn't willing to work with me to have a baby, then it was never going to work for us.
What? Why would he have to go with you for treatments if you were the one that was infertile?
Ah, that's right. I never was the one that needed the treatments. Yet you and Tom, for some reason, kept on blaming me for not being able to carry a child, as though I was actually the problem in the first place. Do you know how badly that made me feel back then?
No way.
But even with him never going to get the treatments he needed, Tom was able to get me pregnant the last time. And that's why I care for my daughter with all my heart, and I'm never going to let anyone get in the way of that happiness I have with her. Now you and Tom do your best fixing your health. I have nothing to do with you, so you can go ahead and leave me alone.
Zoe, did Tom end up going to you? I found a letter from him saying that he wanted to go and live with his daughter. I think he's going to leave me and went back to be with you again.
Thank you for getting in touch with me. Do you think you can come over here right now to get your husband? I tossed him off the front patio, but he's just standing out in my front yard being a little dick.
You're kidding me, right? He's already there!
When he learned about how I had a daughter, he thought he could come back to me and has been trying his hardest to do so. Which is strange after all he'd done in the past to make me feel terrible and run away with you. Did you know he came to the front door telling me that he's always loved me and that he wants me to be his wife again? It's annoying.
What the hell? Does he think he can just go right back to you now?
I think he doesn't want to care for his sick wife any longer.
There's no way in hell. He's messed up completely. I'm not going to allow him to run away from me.
Please come over here and take him back. It would really help to have one horrible person come here and take the other horrible person away from me. I really don't want to have anything to do with either of you, so hurry it up, please. I'm getting tired of seeing him on his hands and knees begging for my forgiveness after trying to hand me all that money.
Money?
He said it's for the settlement I've been wanting and for child support for the past 7 years. In total, that was around $200,000 he brought me. He told me that it was his payment for allowing him back into my life. What a dick.
$200,000? Wait a sec. Where did he get all that money from?
He's told me that he borrowed all of it before coming to my house. He also told me that he used your name in order to get all the money.
Huh? So he borrowed all of that with my name?
He's assuming that you're going to die soon, so all of that debt that you have will just vanish afterwards. So he wants to use that $200,000 in order to bring him back the life he had before with me. He wants the three of us to be together as a happy little family.
What a jerk! He just assumes that I'm going to die and that's why he borrowed all that money? And he's going to use that money to get back together with you? Is he even human? No way!
He sure is a jerk and quite the idiot as well. I told him I don't ever want him back in my life and said that things were completely over between us. So can you hurry over here and take him back home with you? If you continue to let him stay here, my daughter might actually go out there and take that money from him.
What?
She told me that she doesn't need a dad, but the money would be really nice. At any moment now, I might take my eyes off her and she'll become $200,000 richer. I have her with me right now, but I can totally understand a child's urge to want that kind of money.
No. Wait a second. Wait! You cannot take that money from him. I need all that money back in order to help myself.
Well, you'd better get over here right now. Ellie is looking like she can't sit down next to me any longer.
I'm going to come get Tom right now, so you leave that money alone. Don't take it from him. I cannot believe all of this. How can Tom stab me in the back at a time like this? Not only did he say no to donating one of his kidneys, but now he wants me back with you. I'm not going to go easy on him for that.
I'm not going to take this money from him, alright? It's not like either of us actually need any of it with the kind of money I'm making now. And neither Ellie or I need such a scummy man in our lives. Tom will be out in the front yard on his hands and knees, so get over here and take him away from us. Alexis was able to make it to my house and collect her husband like I asked, but he made sure that I'd at least got the child support I needed for the past 7 years. So on his way out, he left a bit of money in my mailbox for me to get later on. I think that money will be a good use to Ellie, so I'll make sure to put it in a savings account to be used by her when she goes to college. After getting Tom back into her possession, Alexis started to look even further into what he was up to and found out that he had gotten life insurance for her. This is when she realized that he was planning on taking out all the money from it after she hopefully died from her illness, which caused her to flip out thinking he'd used all that insurance money to come back to me. This led her to say that she'd never let herself die to her sickness and made sure that she was on the waiting list for the donor. I guess she really can wait a little while for a donor to come along, and all she really needed was that incentive that her husband would be getting a lot of money if she passed away.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, big sister. Hello. You're not seriously ignoring me right now, are you? You can't just not talk to your cute little sister. So, the other day, it was your birthday, wasn't it? I know that I'm a little bit late in saying this, but I wonder if I should get you a birthday present.
Oh, really? You're actually going to give me a birthday present? This has never happened to me before. What's going on? What's happened to you?
Well, I just know that you had a very special birthday this year, and it should be worth celebrating, yes? I've got the perfect present for my sister who just turned 30. You'll never believe what I've gotten for you, Violet. You're going to love it. I just know it. Okay, here goes nothing. I'm going to give you my boyfriend for your birthday.
I'm sorry, what on earth did you just say to me? What do you mean you're giving your boyfriend to me as a birthday present? Have you actually lost your mind, Megan?
Actually, there's someone I'm really interested in right now, and my boyfriend's kind of getting in the way of that. My current boyfriend won't let me break up with him. Even though I told him that I found someone that I really like, he keeps telling me not to leave him. It's silly, really. Of course, the time had come for your birthday, so I thought that this would be the best opportunity to get my current boyfriend out of my hair. So I'm going to give him to you as a birthday present. Isn't that great?
I've got no idea what you're playing at here, Megan. This doesn't make any sense to me. And also, who does something like this for... He's your boyfriend, for goodness sake. I don't understand what you're doing at all. Basically, you're telling me you're giving him away and forcing your troublesome boyfriend onto me to deal with.
Well, if you must know, these type of persistent guys are surprisingly simple to be with. As soon as he meets another woman, I know he's going to become obsessed with her.
But I don't get why you must do this. Why should I have to be with such a troublesome person like your boyfriend? I hardly know the guy. Why are you doing this for?
Oh, come on. I think we all know why we need to see you with someone, Violet. You're such a lonely person living a lonely life. So this opportunity is perfect for us. You should be thanking me for giving instead of questioning me. I'm going to introduce a guy to my sister who hasn't had a boyfriend for a gazillion years. So please be grateful that I can give up my boyfriend in this way and help you out. So say thank you to me. I'm glad that you got some leftovers from your beautiful younger sister.
But I didn't ask you to introduce your boyfriend to me, Megan. This isn't what I wanted for myself at all. It's going to be so annoying if you do this to me.
Oh, and you think it's okay to say something like that to me then? I'm not the sore loser here. My weird-looking sister has only had a boyfriend when she was a student at school. Now you're a woman who's in her 30s. Think about it. No one wants to date some rotten woman who's over 30. If you miss this chance, you'll be single for the rest of your life.
Excuse me? What the heck did you just say to me? Since when do you have the right to say what my love life is like? I make my life how I want it to be, not you.
Well, I'm just going to be brutally honest right now because I should be able to with you. Unlike me, who's beautiful, you're quite ugly, Violet. If you don't get any handouts from your adorable younger sister, you're just going to live a miserable life, okay? Do you really want that for yourself, Violet? Just let me do something for you that is actually going to benefit you for the rest of your life. Well, I'm going to continue with what I'm doing, and I'll send you my boyfriend's contact information later.
Hey, Violet, are you there? I got some great news, and you need to hear this right now. I just submitted the marriage registration to the city hall. There was no issues with what I submitted, and it looks like they fast-tracked it while I was there. It has been accepted. I can't believe this is actually happening.
Oh, you did it already? Thank you for doing that, Jacob. You're so sweet. I'm sorry that I couldn't go with you to submit it, though. It would have been fun to do it together. It's so annoying that I had work to do. I couldn't just skip it, unfortunately, as it's important that the company wants me to get it done as soon as possible.
Oh no, don't worry about that at all, my dear. I understand. Everything's okay, and I managed doing it on my own. But I did want to ask you something, though. So I understand that you want to keep this all hush-hush for a while. But do you really think it's wise not to tell your sister about our marriage? I've not even met her yet.
Oh, are you really worried about that? It's okay. I'll be about to deal with her soon enough. Even though I haven't introduced you to her yet, I don't want to take any risk yet.
Wait a minute, huh? I'm a little confused, so you're gonna have to explain what you're actually planning here, Violet. How come you don't want to do anything with her yet?
Well, you know how I don't really get along with my sister, yes? Well, there's a really good reason for that. When I was a student, she actually stole my boyfriend from me.
My God, are you actually being serious right now? Why on earth would she do something like that to you for? Is it a girl code that you don't take each other's boyfriends?
You would think so, yes, but I bet she got jealous that I had a boyfriend at the time and didn't like seeing me happy or something really stupid like that. She didn't just do it once, Jacob. It was 3 times that she took my boyfriend. So since then, even though my sister has had a boyfriend, I've never introduced mine to her. So basically, that's the whole reason why I've not mentioned you to her at all, because I didn't want history repeating itself with you. I'm not going to risk losing you.
Oh, wow. Can't believe that she'd do something like that when you're such a good sister to her. I know you told me that she's quite a selfish woman, but how crazy is it to steal your own sibling's boyfriend?
Well, she's quite a beautiful girl, and I can understand that all the boys just fall for her like that. I guess it makes me very jealous, and I just don't want her ruining my life. Like, she gets a lot of really lavish presents from different men. It's insane. But it seems like she's given things that she doesn't really need. She takes advantage of them. She kind of forces all the things that she gets onto me, but then she demands so much in return. It's exhausting. She said I have to give branded items to get them in return. She forces so many men, and even me sometimes, to buy almost tens of thousands of dollars worth of accessories. You should see her wardrobe. It's crazy.
Wow, really? Can't actually be serious about this. Is this true? Wow, she sounds like a very spoiled and selfish person for sure. Does she not know that not everyone's made of money?
Exactly. She seems to have no idea of that at all. That's why I don't want to introduce you to her until it's the right time. Otherwise, you'll be sucked in by her, and I don't want that. Besides, it seems like you're almost my sister's type, and that's dangerous. To avoid any trouble, I've got no intention of letting her meet you.
Huh? Are you telling me that I'm the type of person that she goes for? How do you know, though? Maybe her preferences might have changed.
Well, for starters, you're about 180 centimeters tall, and she really likes tall guys. You're also older than her and a doctor. She likes that. You're exactly my little sister's ideal guy. It's almost perfect. It's really scary for me. Her previous boyfriends were tall and were doctors, lawyers, or pilots.
Oh, okay. I see where you're getting at. It's still crazy that you know that about her, but don't get along at all. I guess I know now what kind of girl she is then.
I'm really sorry for acting like this. I just want to protect our relationship. And I know she would try to do something to ruin it. I've been selfish and not introduced you to the whole family yet. Both of my parents understand the situation that I'm in right now and tell me to do as I like, and that's what I'm doing. But for you, I guess it's more complicated to understand.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I'm glad that you explained a little bit more to me now. If that's the case with all of this, it can't be helped, Violet. I don't want to do anything to upset you, Violet. I really don't want to lose you, and I think that it's wise that you continue to do this. Thank you for explaining it all to me, sweet lady.
No, Jacob. I really am sorry, but it'll only be for a little bit longer until I tell her and try to get her to understand that you're my man and that she can't steal you from me.
Yes, very true. Anyway, let's put that all aside for now. Today is a very important day for us, and it can officially be our wedding anniversary. I'll prepare a delicious dinner tonight. So please get excited for that, and to celebrate us as a couple, my love. Please come back home as soon as you finish work so we can be together.
Oh, big sister, are you there? We still have some important things to do so that I can hand my ex-boyfriend over to you. Did you contact my ex yet? What do you think of him? I know that he's got a pretty regular figure and face, but he's still somewhat attractive. He's got a plain personality too, but he's a nice guy.
I don't know what you're playing at, Megan, but of course I've not done anything when it comes to your ex-boyfriend. I've got no point contacting him at all. I haven't met him or done anything with him, and I don't ever plan to, Megan. I think what you're trying to do is a very extreme idea, and I don't like it at all.
Okay, I don't get why you wouldn't want to meet up with her when I literally handed him over to you. I'm sharing him with you. What's the harm in that, big sister? You're ugly, Violet. Don't you realize you're wasting your time if you don't get with my ex-boyfriend? Don't be like this. Your younger sister's hand-me-down should be enough for you, yes?
Oh, come on, Megan. Why must you always act like this toward me when it comes to men? How dare you treat me like scum? I'm so sick of this attitude you have of me. You can make fun of me all you want, Megan, but what you're doing to your ex-boyfriend is an absolute disgrace, and I feel really bad that you put him in this position. Who do you think you are treating people like your ex like this? What did he ever do to you? What did I ever do to you to think you can give me a hand-me-down?
Of course you're acting like this because you think you're the high and mighty older sister, don't you? Everyone has always listened to what I got to see more. You're just jealous that I'm way more beautiful than you are, and that I was able to have so many boyfriends in my life already. Beauty is strong in itself, yes? Unlike you, the ugly sister, I'm great, and I'll always be the better sibling once I'm way prettier, smarter, and just better than you. Poor old and wrinkly Violet.
Excuse me? Do you really think insulting me or anyone else in your life is going to get you anywhere? How dare you talk to me in such a way? You're so horrible.
Hey, all the things I'm saying is just my honest opinion. So you need to hurry up and get together with my ex-boyfriend. Otherwise, he'll never give up on me. You don't know what a boring guy like that might do to get revenge on getting dumped. I can't have him hanging around much longer, Violet. I can't even date my new doctor boyfriend openly.
Hold on a minute. What did you just say? Your doctor boyfriend? You've got a new boyfriend already? How's that possible? And he's a doctor? Are you serious?
Of course I'm being serious. This is actually true, Violet. It truly was a fateful encounter. We literally just started dating the other day. Isn't that fantastic, Violet?
Okay, is that so? You've moved on so fast, though. Don't you think that you need a break from dating so that you can focus on yourself or something like that?
Huh? Why on earth when I do that when I'm already perfect? I'm beautiful, smart, confident, and I love to date. Are you actually jealous of me right now? Well, you act like you've got no interest in men, but it's basically only because you're too ugly to be with. I suppose you respond well to doctors, don't you? Even though you're ugly and not the brightest person, I still think that you're still a girl with a good heart. I'm sure some man will fall for you eventually.
What the heck's your deal, Megan? Why must you treat me so horribly when I'm your older sister? I've had to look after you throughout our lives, and this is how you talk to me?
Okay, I'm so sorry. Look, doctors have high incomes, so there are a lot of girls who are going after them. But there's no way that an ugly girl would be chosen in this situation. I'm talking about you, sister. You're the ugly person in this situation. It's such a shame for you, really. You really shouldn't expect too much in life because of your hideous looks.
I can't believe this. I thought that you would grow out of how you talk to me, but I guess not. You've got no idea what it's like to be me or to be nice to others, do you?
Well, I think I understand a fair amount, so that's pretty normal, isn't it? Also, my new boyfriend, I wanted to talk more about him. He's about 180 centimeters tall and so handsome. In order to be with a doctor, you have to be as beautiful as me to get noticed by them. No doctor would ever look at you, sister. You're not pretty at all.
How dare you keep talking to me like this? I'm so over this. Why is it that all these doctors are about that height? How do you even know that?
Everything about him in terms of his looks is absolutely perfect for me. He's a really well-trained doctor working at St. James Hospital in town. I might as well tell you who this mysterious doctor is. His name's Jacob, I think. Even his name sounds super cool, yes? He's so drop-dead gorgeous.
Are you actually kidding me right now? Are you sure that the doctor's name is Jacob? Are you messing with me right now or something? What's going on?
Huh? What on earth are you even on about, big sister? Why do you think it's a lie for? Are you that jealous that I've nabbed myself a doctor like him? If you're beautiful, that's normal. Unlike my ugly older sister, I can easily date high-performing men in the society. So, how about you, dear big sister? Run along and start dating my ex-boyfriend now. I've got my new doctor boyfriend now, so I don't need my old rundown ex anymore. I'll give him and all his baggage to you, my ugly sister Violet.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you, Megan. That doctor that you've been mentioning for the last 5 or so minutes is actually my husband.
Whoa, we need to rewind a little bit because I zoned out after that message you just sent to me. What are you even talking about, Violet? I'm so confused right now.
Well, as you should be indeed. I can't actually believe that your new boyfriend, Megan, is actually my husband. How is that possible? I really don't think that my own husband would be the type of person to cheat on me, let alone with my own sister. I believe in what he does and doesn't do.
I'm sorry, what the heck did you just say to me before? Are you actually messing with me right now? Is Jacob actually your husband? How? Why are you speaking like this all of a sudden?
What I'm trying to tell you right now, my dear little sister, maybe you're the only one who's saying that you're dating this handsome doctor named Jacob. Did you just assume that you were dating because maybe he talked to you one time? Or maybe this is all a huge misunderstanding, yes? Huh? Which one is it? No. I think there's no reason to be so embarrassed by how this has turned out. I can understand why you think that you could be with someone like that.
What the heck, Violet? How dare you say something like that to me? Don't just go ahead and think you've got the right to say something like that. You're the one who's mistaken about Jacob being your husband. You're the one who's delusional and think you can land a doctor. You're full of crap and you know it. Why would you even say something like that when you didn't even mention to me that you had a boyfriend in the first place? I haven't heard anything, so how can he be your husband?
I'm sorry to break it to you this way, Megan, but there was no way that you were going to understand otherwise. I've been in a relationship with someone for a while now. The only thing about this whole thing is that I never told you the existence of my boyfriend because I know what you would have tried to do, and I wasn't risking that.
Are you actually being for real right now? Why on earth would you not tell me about the guy you're dating for? I don't understand the secrecy.
And on top of that, I didn't tell you that I was actually married, and it was official from a week or so ago. Jacob submitted the marriage registration last week, and so he's legally my husband. Not your boyfriend, Megan.
Are you actually kidding me right now? You got married to Jacob and you didn't say a word to me? What on earth for? How dare you keep something like this from me? The person that you married happened to be Jacob? How does that work when you're not beautiful at all? Don't say such ridiculous things like this, Violet. Besides, it's so weird that you never told me a thing about him to me. Is he even anything to you? Are you lying to me so that you can sabotage my chances? We're family and we're sisters.
There's nothing weird about me not telling you when you're so horrible to me and take everything for yourself. We may be family, but I don't need to tell you about my husband. Not after what you did to me in the past. You maybe have long since forgotten what you did, I suppose. There's a reason why I didn't tell you, Megan.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about? What have I forgotten if you won't even mention it to me? Explain yourself. I'm sick of you beating around the bush. Tell it to me straight.
Fine, I will. You stole my boyfriend a number of times during our high school days. That's why I didn't tell you that I got married to Jacob. I didn't want to be robbed by my sister again.
Are you kidding me right now? That's the whole reason why you didn't tell me? We were just kids back then. Don't you know how to get over things? We were just fooling around. Besides, you were also ugly then, and your boyfriend wanted more from a girl, so I just made him notice me. You got so carried away with him. Even as adults, you were still so angry about that?
Excuse me? Fooling around? Do you really think any of that was fun for me, Megan? Are you being serious right now? It's unthinkable that you would plunder my boyfriend for fun.
Oh, shut up, you stupid woman. I don't believe anything you're telling me. This is ridiculous. We were kids. Build a bridge, get over it, and move on. You're just jealous that Jacob is now mine and you can't handle that. Why would he ever be interested in you? There's no way that he's married to you or anything. Even if you were actually telling the truth, I'm sure there would be some way that you'd still be robbed by me again. Even as an adult, I can still take things from my older sister.
I don't know who you think you are, Megan, but my wife is not ugly, and you're delusional and can't see real beauty for what it is. Stop making fun of her right now.
Wait a minute, what? What on earth is going on here? Put Violet back on the phone. I'm not done talking to her. This conversation isn't over, big sister.
You've absolutely lost your mind, haven't you, Megan? I'm not dating you at all. I've never even met you or even know you, so how can I be dating you?
Okay, I've got no idea what's going on right now. You, tell me who the heck you are and why you have Violet's phone for. Give it back to her this instant.
It's the guy that's been dating your older sister for a while, and now we're taking the next step in our relationship, marriage. I'm your older sister's husband, Jacob. I'm the man that you were saying that you were dating and everything like that. I work at the hospital in town, and I'm about 180 centimeters tall.
No way. This can't be happening right now, can it? Are you actually Jacob? How is it that you've got access to my sister's phone right now and her messages?
I don't know if you're dumb or what, but you know when people get married to each other, they also tend to live together too. So I've been watching the whole conversation today. I've been sitting beside Violet on the couch this entire time. I couldn't watch you bad-mouthing her anymore, so she lent me her smartphone to talk to you.
This can't be happening right now. There's no way that you actually married Violet. There's just no way. This is definitely a figment of my sister's crazy imagination.
You think your sister would lie about being married to me? That's outrageous to say that, Megan. You're the one telling lies. When did I even meet you? I'm scared that you're doing so much behind everyone's back that you're not letting me do anything about this without your consent. It's scary. You're literally creepy.
Have you seriously forgotten your fateful encounter with me already? You helped me out at the airport when I got really sick. As you were crouching down, you spoke to me so nicely. Then you got me up and took me to the airport's first aid station. Don't you remember helping that beautiful woman who was lying on the ground?
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. You were that woman at the airport? Are you kidding me right now? I helped you out while I was working.
Don't worry, I get it. You must have been so stunned to see me that you had a bit of short-term memory loss over it. All the guys I've encountered fall in love with me at first sight and start dating me. Surely when you saw me on the floor looking all pretty and everything, you must have fallen in love with me at first sight. You even took my contact information, which I gave to you as a token of my appreciation for helping me out. From that day on, we've been dating and I've been falling in love with you every day.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You need to hold up on all those thoughts that you have. Did I ever contact you, Megan? I can't believe you said I was dating you because of that.
Well, no, I hadn't heard from you after that, but maybe it's because I know you're a doctor and of course you're super busy saving people. I understand that you need to be everyone's hero, my dear Jacob. So that's why you haven't called me or anything like that, right? I'm totally fine that you haven't until now. It's okay. I understand. Please date me.
Are you kidding me right now? I don't understand what you're saying at all. I don't understand what you're saying at all. All you're saying has just been what you've been imagining would happen to us. I just threw away your number. There's no need to show me that type of appreciation at all when I don't want it or need it because I'm dating someone else. It was also not why I helped you. Also, don't be so arrogant and say that you're so beautiful that every guy that sees you falls in love with you. There's more to love than just someone's looks. I'm a doctor. I'm supposed to help people when they're in trouble. I didn't help you because you were beautiful or anything like that at all. What a weird thing to say.
That's not a very nice thing to say. You're lying to me right now. I'm the most beautiful woman around here, Jacob. I'm so much more beautiful than my own sister. Even though you say that you're married to her and everything right now, it's easy enough to make a switch and just be with me instead. How does that sound, handsome?
Are you seriously trying to steal me away from your sister? Don't you know how messed up that is, Megan? What is so overwhelmingly beautiful about you, huh? You know your sister showed me a photo of you the other day. So what I think is that you're way too skinny and you don't have any muscles. It's not great. Also, I noticed that in the photos that your eyes are quite bloodshot. What's your problem? Are you lacking sleep? You obviously don't take good care of yourself. There are other doctors out there for you to go after, but I want to be with that person that actually looks after themselves and is healthy. You're not looking after yourself at all. If anyone is in this situation, it's Violet. Her hair is thick and beautiful and she keeps fit and healthy. She's the most beautiful person to me and that's never going to change.
Are you seriously messing with me right now? Are you telling me that my sister is more beautiful than me? How is that possible? She's so ugly and not good at anything.
Don't you talk about my wife in that way. You're such a horrible sister, and I know how you used to steal her boyfriends in high school. Don't you see how terrible that is?
Like I told her, we were kids. How was I supposed to help myself? The boys were hungry for my attention. I couldn't help that at all. Don't blame me. Am I not your type?
Of course you're not my type at all. You're selfish, spoiled, and a horrible woman. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near you. Violet is 10 times the woman that you'll ever be. You're the rudest person I've ever met. And you're so mean. You dumped your own boyfriend and used him as a hand-me-down to your own sister. Why must you make her feel horrible for her?
Because I'm allowed to do that. I had no idea that she was seeing anyone, and I just wanted to help in some way so that she didn't waste away like other single women in this country.
Do you have any dignity? Seriously, what's your problem, Megan? I can't believe you talked about people in this way. I'm sick of having this conversation with you. We're done here.
No, I'm not finished. I want you. My sister will be so boring to be with. Please come back and be with me, Dr. Jacob. I need a handsome man like you.
Ugh, you disgust me. You literally make me want to throw up. I'm with your sister. Leave us alone and stop bullying her. We're cutting you off. Stay away from me and my wife.
After that whole debacle between these three people, Megan bet that she'll be able to find a better man than Jacob. Apparently, she's been calling out to every man that she can find in her contacts, and even on the streets. However, all her exes and her male friends refuse to go out with her because they've decided to marry their girlfriends. They all told her that if you want to date someone so desperately, then maybe a shut-in or someone that's exaggerating how much they make. It seems like all the people she's met have turned into disastrous encounters. Also, her ex-boyfriend told her that he met someone else. Things started to go well with a woman that Jacob introduced to him, and they started to talk about how Megan contacted him recently, wanting to get back together. But he said that his dating life was going really well, and he found that making fun of her was so much fun. Jacob loved talking to Megan and bringing her down to a low level. When Violet sees Jacob smile about how he dealt with Megan, she was really happy they got married.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.